Well, good morning from the Sunshine Coast on Tuesday. About 10 to 6 in the morning. So to go for a walk over to Bribie Island. And then my trip. Got these cute little critters. And crabs. They see me coming, they go, oh, I'm hiding. I have to chase them down to get them. See if I can get one. Come here. There we go. Oh, he jumped off. And just bury into the sand and hide. Cute little critters. Soldier crabs. Sure they are. Nice view of the Calandra coastline here. And then right here is Bribie Island. Never realised I could walk over here by foot. Because every time I usually see it, it's kind of all covered in water, and so all this is underwater here every time I've looked out over this way. I've been coming past it the last mornings and it's tide out. I'm like, that's really cool. That means I can go to Bribie Island without having to drive for over half an hour down the highway. I can just walk over. Look at this guy. Nope, and in he goes. Just sort of fly across the sand really fast. Yep, he's gone. Very deep hole in there. No one here, so there's a few around. Very good size. A couple of lower areas where it's just filled with water. Birds always coming around here. They like to feed on different critters or whatever they find. Just like you see on the documentary channels. Oh, I've been walking for 10. How cool is that? But yeah, I can say I officially went to Bribie Island for the morning walk. Here I am. So I should really talk about what happened also with my recent hospital trip a bit more. That I somehow managed to have heart problems and wasn't expecting that at all. I was having minor suspicions, but then just one morning I'm just sitting there wondering why I'm out of breath, thinking this is something out of the blue. And yes, so after a couple of times of that happening, going in the hospital about it in an ambulance, ended up in hospital for 2 weeks. And out of that, they put a lung drain in where there was all fluid around the outside of my lungs, inside a lung sac, and when I managed to get all that out, it was 800 millilitres. Don't know what that is in imperial, but fair bit. Ended up feeling a fair bit better out of that because breathing in and out was getting pretty harsh. It was sending pain all around here every time I breathed in and out. I couldn't lay down flat on the bed. I had to recline on the lounge to sleep every night. And I always had this little cough where I felt like I had to bring up phlegm and just never really got anywhere. It was just staying like that for weeks on end. And after getting out of the hospital, I was pretty tired, wiped out, and running out of energy. Every time I go to do anything with any sort of physical activity, I was just like really struggling to do much. I just get really tired. And yeah, so I just yeah, it's quite a strange thing. I was always one that just got in there and did things and always busy and all that. Ended up like this. I was just like, okay Lord, I'm going to have to leave this with you because I have no answer for this one. There's nothing I know what would be able to fix this. doctors and everything were like, well, this is all we can do is this and this, and see how things go. So yeah, I've also, sorry, I forgot to say, had fluid around the outside of my heart as well, and that was what was getting me into this atrial fibrillation, where my heart was completely out of whack, and that's why I was running out of breath, not doing anything. And even though I'm just resting, I just felt like I'm recovering from a run, and it just wasn't any change. And so I ended up, they were going to try and drain that, maybe, if it was getting any worse, but they didn't want to unless they had to, because poking around the heart was a risky business, as most people would know. And yeah, so between that and also the swelling that I had all around my ankles back last year, thinking it was just things I was doing to myself when I was doing gym work, and it turns out that it was more likely connected to my heart, which wasn't really picked up in all the tests and all the scans and all that stuff that I had done. So at the moment I'm on steroid tablets to try and bring down the swelling and a few other things, heart regulating tablet and all that, but only for a short time as far as I'm concerned. The Lord can take care of it, and so I'm not too worried about that, but I'm weaning down now, getting that sorted out. But the major thing I just wanted to say was that on the first Wednesday night when I was out, I asked if the Lord to, when I was in the prayer group, that we have, that I had prayer for my leaky heart valve. If that's an issue, then I'd like that to be healed, rather that than go through operation and whatever. And then I realised after the Wednesday night, I had prayer for that. Friday morning I started realising I haven't had the cough. My phlegm in my chest, I was always constantly having the cough up. I just stopped and realised it was like that on the next morning after having prayer. Like, it was not real. I don't remember having the cough at all on the Thursday following, and haven't had to since. That's something. And then, okay, well, that, praise the Lord for that, because that was pretty awesome that took place. And then the following Wednesday, we had cleaning the house and that for inspection and that, and I was out of action. My wife had a swollen elbow because she fell over and cracked a bone walking home from work on a night that I normally would be going to pick her up from work, but because I was in hospital I couldn't. She decided to walk it. It's only a 20-minute walk from where we live, and it was at night, so she rushed home 8 o'clock at night, trying to not be out too long. That was a bad move. fell up a curb onto the grass crossing the street. So yeah, so I was left to my daughter who was living with us, and kind of son-in-law who's boarding with us as well, father of my grandchildren, and they're both working and having to clean, so I was trying to pitch in. And Wednesday, like, not doing much, but somehow, just because of my little bit of activity, I managed to set off, just not so much any fibrillation issues, but more so just really got badly tired. I was just like so, all my muscles are sore, all that, as if I'd done workouts, and I was just like, wow. So that Wednesday night I drove around the corner to, so brother and sister live in the fellowship, live around the corner from us. We had a home group house meeting that we have every second Wednesday night, and I normally would walk around there, or I'd take a scooter around there, and I'm just like, no, I'm driving. It's like 20 seconds to drive there, and I'm just like, I'm not. I so had it. I was barely able to drive much, let alone do anything else. So when I got there, I was just like telling everyone, I was like, I'm good, I'm here, but I'm pretty wiped out. So this put me up for prayer, and the start of the meeting, before we proceeded, we all like had a group prayer, and prayed for my healing. Realised that there towards the end of the night, I'm like actually feeling quite a lot better already. Then I got to leaving, and that I was like, I could actually just like walk home. And it's like, that's crazy, because once I'm gone, that's it. I was right. We actually got home after the meeting was over. We all went home, and I ended up going around and vacuuming the floors all downstairs, put things away here and there, and I was actually quite fine. Didn't get to lay down until it was just going on 11 o'clock at night. Next morning I'm cleaning around the cupboards and that after breakfast, crouching down, doing heaps of stuff. Went out to a coffee morning afterwards, and come back home for a bit, went for a drive to the shops. We have our Thursday shopping. This is on a Thursday. We always go shopping, and it's late night, so shop shut at 9 o'clock. We just go shopping then, between 6 and 9, and walking around everywhere, and got home, did some things around home again, trying to set up a new Wi-Fi setup at home with the internet, and ended up not getting to bed until after midnight. So take what you will with that, but that right there should have been not possible, because I was really tanked after doing very little activity the day before. So for that is definitely chalked up to having prayer and the Lord healing me. And this week I just went, I started feeling faint again a couple of times. I needed to rest in that, but I couldn't make it to the prayer meeting. So I was hoping someone would have prayer for me, and I talked to the people on Sunday and said, yeah, well, we've been having prayer for you every day and everything. So it's like, well, I've been feeling better again. Haven't had that trouble, and I'm not feeling faint. Yesterday I was going up a flight of stairs, up and down a few times at the hospital, because I had the follow-up visits when I came out from the hospital to see respiratory and immunology, and they're very happy with how things are going. But yeah, I thought I'd just chime in now and let you guys know what's happening, and just thought I'd show you this too. There's a guy over there. There's a guy over there. It looks like he's walking on water, but actually he's on a they're out on stand-up paddleboards. It's just so smooth out there. It's actually it's crazy. That was ships in the background there. They come through to dock in Brisbane. They come through past close by here. So whenever you're around this area, you can like see the ships go by. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm just going to head back to the car now and go home and have breakfast. I'm starting to get quite hungry. Over and out. Well, here we are back at the mainland. And that's where I just was. Oh. Interesting sounding birds. This is pretty cool. They just supply and a shower. If you want to have a shower. After being on the beach, you come up, wash off. Dogs prohibited. Here we are, back at the car. And then we open everything up. It's a bit cloudy, but it's nice. Go for a drive around, look at the beach along this beach road, and then go home. Just get to look out every so often. People all live along the edge here. Those places get the view. Looking out over the top, and there's people that like live right on there. But they're called $1 million views because of where the location is. And people pay over $1 million just for the piece of land, just to buy there. They've got all these places in just to be in one of those units. You'll be looking at over $1 million now at the moment. But yeah, pretty nice spot here. All sorts of things. There's a music festival stage on the other side of that, where all the big Australian music companies, bands, they actually come here to play. That's a crazy sounding dog. He's really after something. But yes, there we go. Looking out over the ocean here. People running and walking along all the paths, because this is what they do every morning. Take dogs for walks, go for exercise walks. It's just so beautiful. And I just dropped my wife off at work. She's on light duties because of her arm still, so she's working another store from where she normally works. So this is pretty good. Drop her off, go for a little drive around the beach on the way back home. And that's about it. You know, just going back towards our house direction. So but yeah, there's all homes along there, all along the whole beachfront. They're getting over $2 million now. Oh, one turn too early. Anyway. But yeah. So any of these homes here, they're all over $1 million. $1.5 million nearly. Just for any ordinary house. Just anywhere here. 3 bedrooms, maybe 4 bedrooms. It's getting crazy. Here we are coming up to Moffat Beach. Or just for was before, or it was called Kings Beach. Oh, and a lot of construction going on. There's heaps happening here. Really awesome location. Looking straight out over there. And over there. But right now we've been stopped because there's a truck doing something. Pulled over. Yeah, so it's kind of very hectic. The fact that these places are all going for big money and there's still people buying hand over fist. There's the truck doing a U-turn, and that's the view. This is a park I was at another time when I was with my grandchildren after work. Kids playground right next to the water. If you go down around there, there's a resort actually further around the corner there, tucked away. You wouldn't even know it was there. Drive into it. So So it's definitely become a very desired area from people coming up down Sydney and Melbourne, which property prices are very high down there, and they can come here and get places still cheaper than what they're paying down there. So for them, actually, this is a step up for the same money and less. So they come up, buy up property, or move here. And yeah, property prices are getting pushed up also by overseas buyers that are doing unethical things as well, because government system has set it up to be so, and it's pushing up all the prices everywhere with people paying rent. It's quite a shortage on rental properties as well. It's just driving up everything everywhere, even though it's getting pushed out of people's price range, yet it's still going up and up. So that's kind of indicating that it's not organic, and companies are buying property from overseas, and there's also what they're calling donations going into the politicians and the government, and they're also getting property for themselves multiple properties and they're benefiting financially greatly because of the rising prices. They're making huge profits, so they're not stopping this from happening. They actually want it to happen. It seems to be happening all around the world a lot. Properties are going up. So that's what we're getting as well, by us pooling our resources at home. We're able to live the way we do. We're able to get by. Otherwise it would be a pretty big struggle for us. If we were to stay individually where we were living, it would be extremely hard. But because we're all still living together, daughter's working, I'm only working, but not right now. Probably not going to work until after Christmas, I don't know. Might do a couple of weeks before Christmas, but fortunately I got a lot of sick pay that's keeping me going. My wife is on work cover because of her injury. She got paid because of the fact that she was walking home from work. They classed that as being under work cover, so that was, I didn't know that was a thing until we were told afterwards. So that was fortunate. So it's keeping us all afloat. Yeah, that's been very helpful. Been blessed by the Lord that we're able to do this, so praise the Lord for all that happening. Yeah. And there we are. It's been day. So, they've already been to recycle as well? Yes, they've done recycle as well. And they've just been picking up. Oh yeah, that's maggot infestation. They're staying outside and getting washed. No matter how well you shut them in and tie the bags up, flies get in there. They have a field day. Speaking of internet, never fixed this up. Had to cut a trench, put a new line in, so we can have premises, and box to go there and come around, and then down to here. Goes to the box. There's a fibre output, input into that, I mean. And then we connect the hardwire Cat 5, Cat 6 into the modem, and then Wi-Fi from there up to extender outside the garage. I can extend the signal upstairs. Because when you got internet upstairs, that way we don't lose signal low once you get upstairs from in the garage. It's like a Faraday cage in there. But I found a spot that picks it up and it works well. And now we got no problems with internet. It was cutting off all the time and all that before because something happened to the wires that were put in the ground by the looks of it, and it was always cutting off. We were always having trouble with it, and now it's been pretty much fault free. So I've been able to watch 4K videos and everything, and still have plenty left over. Have other people watch 4K videos if they wanted to, which is quite crazy. And not so long ago we couldn't even go past full HD. I was struggling to even get that, so it's pretty good. Wi-Fi's improving in Australia and some parts. Getting there, but anyway. Oh yes, and this is my cocktail of tablets. Having to take these until further notice. I've got to take them every morning. But that's not staying like that for a while. After a while I'm going to be getting off all that. Not on any painkillers or anything. I haven't had any problem with pain, so that's not an issue. But otherwise, yeah. I think that's about it, really. Can't really think of anything else, so I'll leave it at that. So yeah, been good to at least check in and let you guys know what's happening. And I'll see you all later. Bye.